A few months ago, a couple friends of mine, Jenny and Babs, this wonderful couple that I met in Barcelona, Spain, gave me a phone call and described to me this new program that they were creating. It was a 12-month coaching program where Jenny, I've always known was an executive coach. I never actually took the time to work with her, but I had heard amazing things from friends. And throughout this year, I've been traveling the world, running a couple companies, and I've been testing out coaches. And what I've found with coaches is that everyone has like their own flavor and their own style of coach that works with them. And I have not found anyone that worked really well with me until Jenny and until Xponential. The first month that you meet, you go to a paradise location, and this one just happened to be Chamonix, France, which I absolutely love. And Chamonix is this amazing valley in the mountains between Switzerland, Italy, and France. And the views are breathtaking. And the amount of adventure that you can experience there is incredible. And one of these cornerstones of our experience there in this first month was Babs, Jenny's husband, who was our adventure guide for the program. And he's got an insane wild side to him. And he took us on some really amazing journeys. 5-6 months into the program, we actually are going to meet again in this case, Morocco, for another adventure weekend all together to check up on what we've been doing with the coaching, but also to bond more and hold each other more and more accountable, in addition to monthly group calls with Jenny and then monthly calls with accountability partners. I really like that aspect of it, where it's not like I'm just getting coached by Jenny, by a single person. I'm also getting coached by Babs, her husband, and by the 11 other members of this super elite like Navy SEALs group of business owners. So leading into Xponential, I was in Japan, and at the time it was quite warm there. And in the mountains, the weather can change really dramatically. And this time of year that we went, it's usually between like 18 and 22 degrees Celsius. It's just beautiful. So I was packed, completely ready for that. And about 2 days beforehand, I get an email from Jenny and Babs, and they're like, guys, it's the mountains. Sorry, but the weather has changed. Time to adapt. It's gonna be between 4 and 15 degrees Celsius. We do our first day of coaching and getting to know each other, and everyone's incredible. And then the second day, Babs pitches us our first excursion. And essentially, it's gonna be this beautiful walk up a hill to a mountain lake where we're gonna camp out and we're gonna have a great lunch. But because of the weather, it was raining cats and dogs, and it was so cold and windy. And we're hiking up, it's really intense. Everyone seems to be struggling a little bit, but no one's complaining. What really changed the whole weekend for me was when we showed up into the tent at the top at this lake, where just above the lake was the snow line in the mountains. And when I walked into the tent, all I saw were smiling faces, and everyone was laughing and getting along, and the food was incredible because the hike had been so intense. And it really settled my confidence into the group of what these people were capable of and what level they were really gonna play at for this whole program.
Get it.
We were all having an amazing time together. And at one point, we got dropped off from a helicopter on a mountainside.
Like totally epic.
So we just got dropped off via helicopter somewhere in Italy around Mont Blanc. And we hiked down the entire mountainside together with the most stunning landscapes that I've ever seen in my life. The interesting thing about Jenny is she really bonded with each of us. She does this thing where when we were talking, she never like told me what to do. She just ran me in circles of my own thoughts until I told her what I was gonna do. And then she just gave me that smile, like she knew that's what I needed the whole time, but wanted me to say it. She just helps us figure out what we already know is true and then gives us permission to say it out loud. And then the rest of the group holds us extremely accountable to that outcome.
One of the interesting things that makes this different is that searching for the next mastermind will only increase your technical capability. You may be able to learn a little bit more about business, a little bit more about maybe marketing, but it's still you. You've got to go out of those rooms and apply it. And so, what support do you get? You've got your team in which you're giving support all day long. They're probably looking up to you, but who's supporting you? The reason why I'm here is I needed someone to lean on too. I can come to this safe space and I can turn up vulnerable and asking for help. And that's difficult because if you run some really big businesses that I have, that's not really the expected thing. So here is safe, and here is where you need to be if you need to make an impact.
What I'm most excited about is this is just the beginning. It's a year-long program, and so I feel like I've made incredible gains here, and I'm looking forward to leveraging those and staying accountable to the team and also helping others achieve their success and their dreams.
People say your net worth is your network, and this is a big, big investment into your net worth if you do this. Everyone here is brilliant in their own way. No two souls are the same. And coming from a non-believer, when I first heard about the program, I'm beyond moved.
What is Xponential? It's a group of amazing people who are ultra committed to living more and more amazing lives and keeping each other accountable to that.
I told you that, yeah. Did you?